My name is Isabel, and I am 31 years old. I grew up in a town where gossip wasn't just entertainment, it was law. Everyone knew everyone's business, and no one hesitated to judge before listening. For years, I trusted my parents to protect and guide me. But I was about to discover that trust was fragile, and the people closest to you can sometimes be the most dangerous. The betrayal. At 28, I was ready to step into a new chapter of my life. I had saved money, finished my studies, and was looking for my first professional position. My parents, however, saw my independence as a threat to their control. Without warning, they began spreading lies to employers. They told anyone who would listen that I was untrustworthy, unreliable, even dishonest. The fallout. The impact was immediate and devastating. Every job application ended in rejection. Interviews that seemed promising turned into polite refusals or sudden cancellations. Even volunteer opportunities, where my only goal was to help, were suddenly closed to me. I began to feel invisible, powerless, and betrayed. Friends who had once supported me began to question me. Their doubt was subtle at first, then grew until I felt completely isolated. For months, I replayed every interaction, trying to find where I had gone wrong. Had I said something incorrectly, missed a meeting, or was it simply that my parents' influence had reached farther than I ever imagined? The silent protector. Through it all, one person never doubted me, a distant family friend named Mr. Lawrence. He had been a retired lawyer, trusted by my grandmother, and had always spoken highly of my integrity. One day, he reached out with an envelope. Inside were documents that would change everything. Affidavits from neighbors and former employers confirming my honesty. Letters from my grandmother detailing foresight about my parents, manipulations. Bank statements showing a secret trust set up in my name. The strategy. Mr. Lawrence explained. Isabel, they tried to destroy you, but your grandmother prepared for this. You have proof, legal backing, and a safety net. Now we act. With his guidance, I began the process of restoring my reputation. We contacted every employer my parents had influenced, presenting the affidavits and letters. The effect was immediate. One HR manager admitted, voice trembling. We believed the accusations because, well, they came from family. I had no idea. I'm so sorry. It was vindication, but also proof of how easy it is for lies to take root if the truth is not recorded. New opportunities. Within weeks, I received an offer from a prestigious company that had previously rejected me. They reviewed all evidence and immediately acknowledged the injustice. I was offered a significant position with responsibilities far beyond what I had imagined. The power of prepared evidence and careful planning became clear. I realized that revenge was necessary. Truth has its own unstoppable force. Confronting the parents. I never wanted to confront my parents blindly. With the affidavits, bank records, and letters, I was prepared. When I finally met them to address the lies, the atmosphere shifted immediately. Their attempts to justify their actions, claiming they only wanted to teach me respect, were silenced by the legal documentation. Each lie they had told was publicly refuted. For the first time, the balance of power had shifted. They no longer controlled the narrative. I did. Reflection. I spent years questioning myself, wondering if I was weak or flawed. The letters and affidavits reminded me that the problem was never me. It was the deliberate actions of those trying to control me. The lesson was profound. Preparation and foresight protect you. Patience allows truth to surface at the right time. Family love doesn't always guarantee protection. Empowerment and independence. Now I walk through my career and life with confidence. I know. Lies and manipulations can be countered with proof. A support system, even distant, can save you when trusted individuals fail. Patience and persistence allow justice to arrive quietly but powerfully. The town that once doubted me watches silently, amazed. Not because I sought revenge, but because truth eventually prevails. Legacy of the letters and trust. The documents left by my grandmother and the guidance of Mr. Lawrence were more than legal tools. They were symbols of foresight, protection, and quiet strength. Her goal wasn't revenge. It was ensuring my life and reputation could survive the worst possible manipulation. Conclusion. Now I stand not just vindicated, but empowered. I own my story, my career, and my life. The people who tried to destroy me can no longer touch my legacy. I learned that justice doesn't always roar. It often arrives silently, but it is unstoppable.